Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Georgia about to kick it off to get us underway. On the move from inside his 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. Here's the handoff. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Looking to fire. There's the pressure. Extending the play. He'll be stopped at the 27, but it's a 15-yard gain.
Man, that's so frustrating. And it happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
They'll put in play from the 27, first down. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
Rush is on him. Rolling, throwing, looking right. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
It's nice when a QB can get outside the pocket and break down a defense and take off, but I thought the defense did a really good job of seeing it, understanding where he was going, kind of mirroring him towards the sideline as he rolled out to the right. Didn't give him any space to run the football, covering the pass deep. Really nice defense on that play.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Man, you can't draw it up any better than that. First possession, force a 3rd down. You want to shut the home crowd up, sack the quarterback, create some momentum. Now you're getting the football back to your offense, probably with great field position.
And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Start this drive firing. Quickly complete. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback get going the other direction.
Quick release on the RPO. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Well, the defense dialed up the blitz. Quarterback knew he was going to get hit, but he also knew it was man coverage, so he found his best matchup. He got it out of his hands early, right before getting smacked to get that completion.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They go to the ground. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
Man, 3rd and long, and this defense is thinking pass, pass, pass. Offense, nice job. They sneak a run in there, kind of catch him off guard. Quarterback keeps the football, gets some yardage, and now makes this 4th down more manageable.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. The incomplete pass makes this series end in frustration as they turn it over on downs.
That is a great job by this defense, coming up big on 4th down when it matters the most. You could tell they were dialed in. They knew they were going to throw the football. The defense was locked in on the quarterback. Great job defending the pass, forcing the incompletion on 4th down.
Finds his big tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
Picked up some yardage with that completion, now 2nd down. Making side adjustments here. The toss sweep to the right. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. The Cyclones decide to punt it away. That first punt was a beauty. They'd take another one just like it. Makes the grab at the 10. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on down. Oh, he's got some space. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
And the Dogs come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Yeah, nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
And the Bulldogs come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. On the option. Now the pitch. And they'll ride him down, but not before he picked up the 1st down. And how about the timing on that pitch?
These offenses are so hard to stop when you run the option because they play the quarterback well. They get it to the running back. The defense looks pretty good, but 3rd and short, they get the yardage they need, and they move the sticks.
Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. Pass to 45. Turning on the Jets. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Pac-12 teams colliding today in a huge matchup, and now it's a final. Wyoming was able to squeak one out in front of those home fans in Laramie. In fact, I think in the end, the difference may have been Cowboys Nation who will enjoy this win. Just another week in the Pac-12 where anything can happen on any given Saturday. As we send things back to you guys.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. The offense changing the play. Fires to the big fella.
I tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
And the Cyclones can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Reads it, fires complete. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Off the play fake on first down. They get to him as he throws. Picked off! What a play by this defense! He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Tight end now in motion. The give to the back. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. They finally get him stopped, but this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. And the Dogs hunkering down to pick up a first down on the ground.
And you can hear the sound of Larry Munson. Run the dang ball. That's what they've always built this program on, is running the football, physical running backs. That's what Georgia does.
Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
In most instances, I would say really, really nice decision by the quarterback. But when you've got speed like this guy has, I think you'd sometimes, instead of throwing it away, would like to see him take off and see if he can go make something with his feet.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Trying play action. Keeps looking downfield. Did the work himself. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's first down. Wide receiver going in motion. Out of the gun to give to the back. Got some room, entered to the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Georgia!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And he makes the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. Iowa State sending the offense back out. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great. So I know offensively, I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Just think such a big part of this offense is being physical and establishing the run game. They haven't had a lot of success offensively early in this one, and that's why right there, they're not able to get this guy going yet. That's got to change as this game goes on.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. He gets a block. Still on his feet. What a return there. Found a little running room and put his team in great position. Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They've had a really productive first half so far, and they'll try to add to it here. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Rolling right and going deep. Wide open, he makes the catch. He's out of bounds after a big pickup, but there's a flag on the field, and this might be coming back. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. And that's where they'll mark him, but a very productive play, and they'll move the chains. Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
To the air on second down. Got his man quickly. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Georgia hunkers down in the red zone. The give on the inside. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
Splits the uprights right down the middle. And that lead grows even bigger. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Ohio State found a way to pick up the W, and a win is a win, but this was not the type of convincing victory they've gotten used to in Columbus. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. They'll leave it with him. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
So now it's 2nd and long. A designed run for the quarterback. Makes his man miss. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. The Cyclones want to crank the tempo. Looking to throw. Got his man on the outside. Across the 45. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
There's got to be a sense of urgency for this offense right now. They're trailing. They're going to be kicking off to open the second half. So they need points. They need to go tempo. Maybe that last first down gets them a little bit of confidence.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Quarterback will keep it. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Wants to go up top. Here's a hit. And down goes the quarterback, but there are penalty flags on the field. Let's see what the call is. On 3 yards. First down for the offense after that penalty. Looking downfield on first down. And here's a fumble way behind the line. It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it?
It's so hard to force fumbles, and when you do, you so badly want to get them. You're crawling, you're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender, but the offense fortunate enough to cover it back up.
Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Knocked off his feet. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
When it gets in long yardage situations, defensively, you're thinking pass, pass, pass. How about the quarterback doing a great job? He wants to push it down the field, but he does a great job scrambling, chewing up chunks of yards, and now making this situation a lot more manageable.
He's going for the big play. It's complete. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Iowa State.
We needed that. They needed to punch the ball in the end zone. They needed to cut this to a two-score game, and they needed some positive momentum. Something going well, something to point to at half to say, guys, we got a chance. That drive, they put it together. Nice job by this offense.
They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he takes this from inside the 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Going right to work up top. Gets it out fast. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Bulldogs will hustle to the line. Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Weeks. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Going for it all. He's got it inside the 25. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays.
Timeout, Georgia.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. A run for the quarterback. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Just a few seconds to go here in the first half, and they'll send out the field goal team. And he'll try to knock it through from 33 yards out. And this one is perfect. And now the lead is even bigger. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. They want to get the ball back right now, lining up for an onside kick to start the second half. Don't think that one made it 10 yards before they got the eager paws on top of it, and the flags will fly. trying to steal a possession to draw a little closer in this game, but the ball didn't go 10 yards, so they'll take over the football with the lead. The give to the tailback. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Wants to fire on second down. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive. Didn't get a chance to show off those running skills, but he gives them the ball at the 29-yard line. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They've clearly found that dude. They score here, we're in for a ball game.
A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Unloads to the wideout. Finds space on the right. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40.
Listen, the comeback route is one of the more difficult routes to throw in college football. You see zone, and they're bailing, getting out of there. Nice job by the receiver, sticking his foot in the ground, coming back to the quarterback, catching the ball. Nice pitch, nice catch.
And the Cyclones will line it up on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Spits it out to the back. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body. Working well behind the sticks on second down. They'll run play action. He uncorks one deep. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
Well, the best thing that's happened so far in this game for this offense has been looking this guy's way and giving him a shot. He has their only touchdown in this game, so they're trying to take another shot down the field. Good job in coverage defensively. You've got to be aware of where this guy is because right now he's been their biggest playmaker.
He's got the tight end. There he goes. Wrestled out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 7-yard line, and this offense is more than threatening.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
And that big gainer on the last one has him ready to go from inside the 10. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if...
Touchdown, Cyclones! Fitted in the window for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. To the air on first down. Using the quick game. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on 2nd down. Got enough for the first. They've got it out to the 34 after getting 5 there.
Well, I love the job by the offensive line, getting a good push there on 2nd down, and you see guys bleeding into the second level of the defense getting a hat-on-hat to go get that first.
To the ground. He's got it again.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Under fire. Picked off. What a play to set him up. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown, Iowa State. And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick 6.
And that play happens because they blitz, they get pressure, make the QB feel uncomfortable. He throws the ball up, and you make a play on the football, and you take that thing back to the house. Nice pass rush, nice pressure, and nice job turning defense into offense.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Slips through the line. He found some really good running room on that one and just about got loose. As it is, good return to set up the drive. Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David.
Yeah, like a nonprofit, man, like a charity, giving the football away too much. Got to take care of the football, Jesse. Otherwise, you got no shot to win this football game.
You're right, man. At this level of college football, it doesn't matter how talented you are. It doesn't matter who you're playing. If you're sloppy and you put the football on the ground or you throw picks, you're going to find yourself behind on the scoreboard.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. Now on the option. Turning it on. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
This is one of the things that's hard about stopping the option. That wasn't a big game, but you look up, and they're in 2nd and short, 2nd and medium. They put you behind the sticks consistently as a defense. This defense has to be aggressive, make sure they get to this quarterback, and make him make quick decisions.
At the 35, he's loose. There he goes. Touchdown, Bulldogs. They take the lead with the 6.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
Bringing the heat. They get it into the end zone. 2-point conversion is good. The lead stands at 7.
I like it. Nice execution. Catch the football. Get it out of your hand. Nice rhythm, nice timing for that 2-point conversion.
Kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Iowa State sending the offense back out. They're down by a touchdown, but hoping to dial up some plays and pull even in what's turning out to be a really good football game. Sales run into the middle. And they can't make the connection going for a big play on first down.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Give to the running back. Breaks into the open. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
You can feel the momentum starting to swing in this stadium. It's 1st and 10. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Shoved back behind the chains. It's 1st and 15. He'll keep it himself. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Under fire. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Offense breaks the huddle on 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. He's going to take off. And the incomplete pass on 3rd down, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's about. The forward pass used to be illegal in football. That one still is. The Cyclones will bring the punt team onto the field. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. No fair catches here, looking for room. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. He'll ride his man on the option. Quick toss. Looking for room at the 40. Oh, look out on the right. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Dogs! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience. And with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stud.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Send the tight end in motion. Wants to throw on first down. He'll off one deep down the left side. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
Right back up top on 2nd and 10. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
And the Cyclones will snap it on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Steps away. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
Well, this quarterback normally makes defenses look very silly week in, week out with his speed, but he has yet to face a defense like this. This defense accepted the challenge. They have stepped up. They have been disruptive. They have been living in the backfield all game long. That already the 3rd sack of the game for this unit.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the 1st. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Trying to burn this defensive back. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all offseason, so they better be ready to bring it today, Dave.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
He'll do it himself. Running into the open space.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Weeks. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if you can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. Iowa State sending the offense back out. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4th downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
Going to sling it on 2nd down. Hauls it in. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
After that incompletion, 4th and short now on their own side of the field, I think there's a lot of coaches in normal circumstances that would stay conservative and just punt the ball away. But you're trailing here in the 4th quarter. I think the offense needs to stay out on the field, and you got to go for it.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Wide receiver comes in motion. Might be calling a hot route. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. He lobs one high down the left side. And it's picked off at the goal line. Got room on the return. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
The Dogs with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Oh, he's got some space. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and He has delivered for his offense all game long.
Looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Georgia! A great catch and run for 6. With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start.
Salt into wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
I think at this point of the game now in the second half, down by as many points as they are, it's going to be really hard for the offense to sprinkle in the run. They tried it there. It didn't work. I think you got to be thinking about the passing game now and start trying to identify playmakers out on the perimeter of the field that can get you back in this game.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking to fire. They're working that left side. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Here comes the heat. And as he throws, and the ball goes right to the ground, incomplete. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And the quarterback takes a knee. A strong, methodical